erased from little retina. The mere fact of having seen them implies degradation. Whoever in any part of our country has ever taken part in lawlessly putting to death a criminal by the dreadful torture of fire must forever after have the awful spectacle of his own handiwork seared into his brain and soul. He can never again be the same man. Rollo Ogden congratulated him after the letter was published. One of your happiest inspirations in the public service. Other liberal-minded editors praised the strength, if not the promptness, of the president's statement. They did not see how delaying it had improved Mississippi's political situation, where Vardaman and Hernando Money both won decisively. Roosevelt concluded that for the time being, he had done all he could, rhetorically and practically, to help the American Negro. He would not risk his political future by seeming to endorse, in Vardaman's phrase, the black wave of ignorance, superstition, and immorality with which the South is perpetually threatened. By now, the State Department was seriously concerned over Arthur Beaupre's silence. The Minister to Columbia was notorious for the frequency and verbosity of his cables. 3 wordless weeks had given the impression he had been garroted. On 12 August, however, $1,000 worth of prose suddenly came over the wire. Beaupre summarized no fewer than 9 amendments that had been attached to the Panama Canal Treaty in committee. The Colombian Senate now proposed at least $5 million more in cash, plus huge kickbacks from the Compagnie Nouvelle and the Panama Railroad. The United States would be granted tenancy only in the canal zone and would have to endure Colombian standards of law enforcement and sanitation. Beaupre begged John Hay, who was back in New Hampshire, for an emphatic statement or instructions before the amendments were adopted by the Colombian Senate. Hay was enraged. He had sent at least 2 sets of instructions over the past month, making plain that the United States would accept no amendments whatever. Evidently, Beaupre had not received them. Colombia's cable service, Hay noticed, malfunctioned with curious regularity whenever the text of the treaty was undergoing serious scrutiny. Now there arrived at Sagamore Hill a letter written by a longtime American resident of Bogota. It described anti-treaty sentiment in the capital as increasingly raucous and bitter. Politicians, merchants, planters, and common citizens were complaining that the United States wanted them to make a sacrifice of untold millions belonging by right to their children. One agitator was quoted as excoriating the dirty American pigs